What's up, everybody? Welcome to Debonair. I'm your host, Juwan Jenkins. With me is
Greg
and
Certified Lover Boy, Gene.
and today we're just going to introduce ourselves and the reason why we came up with the video and what this whole podcast is going to be for. So I'll start off. My name is Juwan Jenkins. I am born and raised in the Florida area. I started out playing football in high school. Thought it was my life, thought it was my career, and then tore my ACL. And then all of a sudden I had to readjust my life, fell out of at the school that I went to, came back home, and all of a sudden had to figure out what I wanted to do. So I started grinding, started meeting people, and that's where Greg came into the picture, and then we started to grow from there. And I'll let Greg give you a little more insight about him.
So I'm Greg. I'm also from the Florida area. I'm from the southern Florida area. Was born here, grew up in Jamaica for a little bit, moved back over here. Started played football, went to college for football. Wasn't like the area I was in, dropped out, came back home, started working down on my grind, and that's when I got back in touch with Juan. We're here now.
And then we started talking a lot about growth and maturing and trying to figure out, what we want to do, how to grow, how to mature, how to get to that next level and keep pushing ourselves. And then I got an opportunity as I was growing. I got an opportunity through SGA, and then I had an event where I met my homeboy Gene here.
Sure.
And I'll let Gene introduce himself.
Yeah, so name is Gene. I'm from the Minnesota area, Manatee, Sarasota. Kind of grew up on both sides of the city, but I spent the whole life here. Fortunately, I ended up going to the same school as Juwan, and that's how we linked up together. And take his man on the mission. I wanted to join that mission as well, and then through him, I also met Greg. But currently in college, majoring in the engineering field. Currently on the come up for Forbes 30 for 30.
Yeah.
So hopefully, in the next 10 years you see me on there. But if not, just know I'll be on the 40 for 40.
There you go.
So, I kind of leave myself a little mystery. You'll learn more about me as the podcast goes on. But definitely excited to be a part of the journey with these two brothers.
Yeah. So that's why we all came together. We all had similar missions, all had similar goals of trying to not only build ourselves as men, but also give some information back. Because we have acquired, a lot of information from other people, men that that are mentoring us, and also acquiring knowledge through reading, and just being aware in the world. You know what I mean? So we've just been doing all of that. So I know you guys are probably asking at this point, what is the name Debonair, right? And I'll let Gene describe more about it.
Oh yes, that's a little fun set for you right here.
A little fun song.
Debonair is just about being stylish, confident. It's just pretty much like all the traits of that high value man would possess. So that's a little quick rundown, and then you'll see as the podcast goes on, we each represent part of that definition.
Yeah.
We're gonna drop the Debonair
Logo.
logo.
Yeah, it has all the titles in it, so
Yeah.
we'll touch more about that. Also, another reason, so the name is one thing, and then we decided to come up with, all of us come together, more so on the simple fact of what values should a high value man have? Because there's a lot of channels out there that say a certain amount of things, but we believe that we know a great recipe that a man should be, right? If it's in fashion, the way that he carries himself, the way he dresses, how many times should he cut his hair, even for like a month's period, things from that nature. What kind of cologne should he wear? Should he stop wearing Hanes pants or underwear from Walmart, or should he start investing to a higher quality of underwear for that matter? And then you go into what kind of shoes should you wear, going into that. What else?
How to speak, how to make connections, investing.
Yeah, investing is a huge.
Oh
Yeah, educating yourself is the biggest one. The one thing you can do is invest into yourself. If you don't do that, man, then your trajectory is not as high as you think it is.
As they say, if you're not learning, you're dying. So
There it is. I mean, it's like an unspoken rule. If you don't educate yourself, then who's going to educate yourself? You know what I mean? Like, who's going to educate you?
Goes on, we're gonna start bringing in guests on our show
Yeah.
to have a conversation with them, have a dialogue,
Yeah.
pick their brain a little bit, have them pick our brain, be able to have those real life open conversations. You feel me? We also want to be a leader for the next generation, because I firmly believe in this generation and for the next generation, there are no leaders right now. Everyone's just following what social media tells them to do, and everyone's trying to be like the same person in a sense. All it's just a repeat of each other. Most of the males want to be what you want to call rappers, trappers, or
the things that they see, like
things
you
they
said
see
on social media. Yeah.
And the same thing with the females, but it's a really misguided view of life and reality. And I want to help people get a grip of reality sooner than later when it's too late. When it's too late, it's too late.
Yeah, you said it. Yeah,
too late.
So even like that kind of just brought up an idea too. I know we're still in the intro, but like
go ahead.
even with the whole idea of like what you see on social media and what you want to do based on that, but you gotta look at what are the end results.
Yeah.
So like
exactly.
these hot girls, how many of them are getting married? If you want to get married, why would you follow that?
Yeah, exactly.
These rappers, NBA players, okay, they do that, but also you gotta look at what they're doing outside of that when they're done with their careers. A lot of them have businesses they're investing.
Yeah.
So if you don't make it to the league, that should be your next idea. Okay, how can I start this business? How can I invest this money? How can I move into that next level?
As a matter of fact, there was two things that dawned on me. Was that Saquon Barkley came out the other day and said he wants all his money now all in cryptocurrency. It doesn't mean because you're on your last leg that I need to get more focused. It should be like you should walk into understanding like this is an opportunity, but how long is this opportunity, right? Like my mom always told me that NFL stands for not for long. Not the National Football League, not for long. So you got to understand that it's a business out of it, and you only have a short amount of time, right? Like the same way that we have a short amount of time on this planet, we have a short amount of time to capitalize on our opportunities. So we cannot, as individuals, squander our opportunities and our possibilities when we have the time. You know what I mean? Especially when we're in our very youthful age. Teen years to early 20s, and even into your 30s. You have a chance to really get yourself ahead. So when it comes down to your 60s, you are literally at another level to put you, far ahead. Core reason for us doing this is to really help and push our community forward. We want to have more leaders, not just the few that we see at the top. Why can't we have a couple hundreds up there? You get what I'm saying? So, I'll let you guys take it.
I said for me, really piggyback on what he was saying too. Like these conversations that we're having, obviously we're in front of a camera now. These are the same conversations we have on the phone. People at
Countless hours, man.
People in the classroom, even with my professors. Like these are conversations I'm always having because whatever knowledge I have, I'm always looking to trade with somebody else and build upon that.
Yeah.
So for me, this is just doing it on a larger scale. So hopefully, in the comment section, you can share some of your ideas. I'll try to respond to any that I see in there too. But I'm really interested about helping each other grow and get to new levels because at the end of the day, like if we really want to create change and see what we want to see, it can't just be one of us. It can't just be me. It can't just be Juwan. It can't just be Greg. It's got to be a whole community of people thinking and moving in a similar direction.
Correct.
It doesn't have to be the same exact ideas, but if we have the main core principles, I think we'll all be very successful. So
that's true.
That's what really drew me into this project.
For sure.
Sure. Piggyback off what they said. I agree. We can do it as a team, but we also need leaders as well to lead the team. And I feel like as we put this podcast together, we're also going to help young men become leaders, how to stand up and be the man of the house.
Yep.
A lot of men don't have, particularly our color, they don't have father figures in the house.
For sure.
Or they don't really know any father figures. And I feel like we can help them grow and mature to become that father figure for themselves, or they can become the man of the house for that house.
Yep.
Put it short and sweet like that.